today's news, they're saying that Amazon, Alphabet, and others are quietly rolling out drone delivery across America. So, delivery drones are arriving. Does that mean I have to, like, get ready with my drones too? So let's read about it and try to analyze and see what's going to be happening in the future.
Let's start out. After nearly a decade of largely unfulfilled hype about flying robots dropping order at your doorstep, a handful of companies have started commercial operations in the US involving drones or hundreds of deliveries a day at each location. That's so crazy. The companies are vying to be America's choice when they want a bottle of Advil, a takeout meal, or the next iPhone delivered in under 30 minutes. Zipline recently started working on deliveries with Walmart at an Arkansas location. The San Francisco startup first commercial delivery station in the US, Flytrex, an Israel startup focused on food delivery in the US suburbs, just announced a new delivery station in Texas after 2 years of testing in North Carolina.
It seems like they like to start out at the, rural location.
And then Wing is a unit of Google parent Alphabet, has rapidly increased its deliveries in Virginia as a result of the pandemic. Amazon, which kicked off the drone delivery buzz in 2013, really? Also is still working on the technology, so it has been more reticent about its progress. So while still small scale, the operations mean that in a handful of locations, regular people, not just specially authorized beta testers, now can try these services for themselves.
So, it's official, guys. Drone delivery will happen. In most states, you don't own air rights even if you own property. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. Amazon been trying to get drones going for a while. I didn't know. So have you guys seen a drone delivery system? You don't own the air, just the land. How do you own the air now? That's gonna be really hard though. It's like this part of this air location is mine. Air is federal jurisdiction. FAA regulates drones. Oh, I think that's the same in Korea. There's certain locations where you can fly drones versus some places you can't. So when the drones get shot down and falls on his properties, finders keepers, that's so sad. Watch it be like couple $1 million drones that you lose it. Local government can only regulate takeoff/landing rules. Oh, and then federal is flying. That makes sense because drones actually fly really high too, right? Sucks for anyone that lives in the 5-mile radius of an airport. Drones are banned there. Oh, 400 feet? How tall would be 400 feet? I wanted one and then looked up the rules and immediately gave up. Oh, oh, it's really to get air approval? Do you just sign up saying, hey, I wanna fly my drone, and then do you get like verified? How do you guys even fly a drone? That's so crazy. You just mark area on map you want, how high you're going, and they auto approve. Oh, it's auto approval? Yeah, I guess if it was like manual approval, it'll take months to even fly a drone, right? Okay, continuing.
The companies using different technological approaches and business models are collectively showing that the industry has worked out many, though far from it, all of the kinks that delayed the advent of drone delivery before. I like to compare launching a drone delivery service to getting FDA approval. From just mixing up some chemicals to getting certified by the FDA is a very long process. So now the backyard drone strikes operating for years overseas. Zipline has logged 20 million miles of flights across 275,000 commercial deliveries, mostly of blood, vaccines, and medical products in Rwanda and Ghana. Late last year, it built a launch platform attached to the back of a Walmart.
So Zipline company's been doing really well on trying to get drone industry to be used a lot. That's so crazy.
Wow, and then Google's coming out with Alphabet's disposable drone. Wing has been delivering its items including coffee, meals, and Girl Scout cookies. The company has been testing even longer in Australia, where the bulk of the 200,000 deliveries it has completed as of March 1st were made. It took Wing more than 2.5 years to make it first 100,000 deliveries and 6 months to make it second 100,000. Wing has taken a fundamentally different approach to how drones should fly than Amazon, said Alexa, the head of communications, made a carbon fiber and injected molded foam. Its drone weighed just 10 pounds. Wing drones have the electronics that the FAA mandates for all commercial drones and new aircraft to enable mutal detection. And they are designed to be fragile enough that a crash or collision would do little or no harm. Wow.
So it must be like very soft. 뭔가 like soft but hard. 와, 이거 진짜 대박이다.
So Amazon and Wing have both developed their own software system for drones to autonomously plan flight routes, avoid collision, and steer clear of areas around airports and tall buildings. Yeah, for the FAA to create standards for how such autonomous flight operation systems work, they must first be developed by a consortium of drone companies and traditional aerospace firms, and then tested in the real world. Another challenge to make drone delivery is that the drone must meet the FAA safety standards as passenger aircraft. While challenges remain, companies say they are encouraged by a positive feedback loop between expanded testing and the FAA evolving regulation. The more flights that companies are allowed to make, the more chances they have to demonstrate that they can successfully make deliveries without incident. And the more trust there is with regulators.
So, what do you guys think? Flying drones now are being delivered. So, a couple of questions. What if you were to invest in this drone business, because, you know, the big companies have been investing a lot, what are some questions that you guys could be asking? Can they work during winter would be a good question. So how well do they do under cold weather versus hot weather? For example, the sunlight. My phone dies when it gets really hot. So they must have like a cooling system, but that costs extra weight, right? It's gonna be weird hearing all these drones in the sky, but it's gonna be kind of like a bird. I don't think it's gonna be that loud though. Society is getting more lazy. RIP the delivery jobs. I don't know if it's laziness, but I think it's more efficiency. I know you guys are probably joking around saying, oh my god, like they're just gonna be ordering all the hot sauce and everything, but what if there's like a quick emergency of things that they need, like ASAP? If you think a bit more positively, guys. I know it's another question would be how long the drone can fly. That would be interesting. Probably a couple of 100 hours would be ideal. There are many types of autonomous systems. Yeah. Wind is a bigger issue. So what happens in the windier cities? Like Chicago is very windy. I bet you can't even fly drones in downtown Chicago. So Chicago would be an interesting place to fly drones. They have been tested in the desert and in cold temperatures. However, they tend to have issues in poor weather like rain and snow ice. Anything a plane shouldn't fly in a drone shouldn't. Oh. It's gonna be awful when it's like pouring rain. Also, the recharging time of those drones. How many drones will be limited in the skies? Oh, that's a good question. That would be interesting to see. Like, I'd be very scared. You know how if there's like 5,000 like birds are in the sky, you get really scared? I'd think the same thing. And there might be some connection issues. Like, if you have, for example, you know how your data slows down if there's so many phones near you? I think that's going to be the same case if there's lots of drones in one area too. Are the drones faster than human drivers, or are they just going to be cheaper? I think cheaper is one of the biggest thing because human deliveries, that's actually an income price. Unless, yeah, how would they do the road system in the air? I think a lot of the higher end drones last about an hour. Only an hour? So they'd either need an extra battery system or maybe charge locations and local delivery spots. Oh, this is there's so many things to still consider about drone delivery. I was flying my drone at a park once and this guy was telling his friend that drones are so noisy. Oh, is it that noisy? I don't think it's not that. It just sounds like loud flies though. Solar powered drones are needed. Oh, that would be so cool, Strife. I think if it was solar powered drones. But doesn't solar powered drones take a while still to charge? I would be interested. That would be a very good approach on making the drone deal successful, or the drone business successful. Perhaps a drone truck can go to the neighborhood and then have multiple drones go out, do deliveries, charge and repeat. Oh, that kind of sounds scary though. It's like there's the drone master and then he just goes fly and then it goes. It's like boomerang. fly. So yeah, it's StarCraft. Oh, carrier. It's StarCraft. Oh, that's so scary. That would be pretty interesting. Oh, no deliveries at night. That's a great point. So if people are thinking that drones are loud, then you probably can't deliver at nighttime, since there might be some people that get annoyed with the drone sound. So what's causing the drone to be so loud though? Is it the motors or the wings that's going around? If they go over a noise level, then they can't fly at certain times. Yeah. The rotors on the drones make the sound. The rotors. Oh. I actually didn't think about drone business, but now that I think about it, I think it's gonna be like more successful than electric vehicles for now. Or at least the autonomous. And I also would be interested in seeing people do the drone delivery and see what I feel about it, since it will probably be such a rare event, just like planes crashing. Yeah, especially because this business has been going on for a while. So I think they would consider safety the first priority in drone business too. Oh, another question I had for this is, if I have a property, let's say I have a house, where would I be needing, like, do I need to draw a landing spot, or would they just fly on top of my house and open my mailbox and put it in there, like, you know? Or are they just gonna drop it from the sky, like, or are they gonna ring my bell and I just have to get out every time and like untie it, you know, like a bird? So that would be something I'd be concerned about if they're driving into local household, and how we're gonna get the packages. So, oh, you scan to unlock. So if I'm not home, then I'm in trouble. They probably use AI to locate your front area and leave it there. So I would actually might need to build a drone delivery location thing. New houses will likely have a drone landing pad. But here's also a thing. I mean, you guys are doing, like, I know US is living in houses, but what about people living in like condos? What's good about the delivery people or like apartments is that they come up to your house and leave it there. But if they're like, if the drones are leaving it in your front porch, that's gonna suck too. At least recent time, at least anytime soon, there still will be a delivery boy or delivery man, but in the future, I think they'll still figure out a way to make the small drones lift heavy weights. So I hope to see something coming out soon, but I do worry about the delivery people and that the fact that they're gonna lose their jobs. So hopefully, like what a couple of people mentioned, saying they might need the at least one tech guy to deliver the drones to a certain location and then just throw them out like StarCraft, or at least somehow give, you know, jobs to truck drivers so that they don't feel, or the delivery men, so that, you know, they won't lose their jobs. So that's the news for drones. Hope you guys liked it.